Hello YouTubers, and welcome to a day on the farm. There's the wife. Yeah, she's always up before I am, but she just won't get out of bed. She's lazy. Or has been until today. Apparently there's been an update to Farmer's Dynasty, where the kitchen is now usable by the wife. So hopefully today we'll find out. You gonna get out of bed? You never do until I leave. So let's head outside, and this is the way I go outside. I mean, who needs stairs, right? Alright, so let's look at the maps, because right now what I'm doing is I'm in the middle of harvesting my fields. And as we can see, I got these over here, which I have harvested and just planted. And I am somewhere around here. One of these I got to do seeding today, and I forgot which one because it's been a couple days. And I got two maize fields that I will have to harvest pretty soon, but they are not ready. So let's grab this tractor here with the seeder still on it from the last time I played. I do need to check on my greenhouse. Well, it looks like they're in the final stage before they turn, so. Also, apparently in today's update, the wife will collect the eggs and the milk now as well. Is she out of bed yet? Because I thought in the patch notes they said earlier that you have to tell them to collect the eggs and the milk. Yeah, there she is. Let's go say good morning to the wife. Let's see if she's got any voices now too. See if there's any updates on the voices. I guess not.
Nice to see you, love. How are you?
So no voice updates it seems like. Or at least not for this scenario.
Darling?
Yep, nothing yet still. Okay. Let's just tell her we're off to work and hopefully...
I am off to work. Have a great day.
Yep, okay. So you're going to collect the eggs and milk now or at some point today? If I don't. So yes, the kitchen, there's no, nothing showing that they have to fix anything in the kitchen. Just shows that, that I can cook, and if I'm not in here, my wife can cook as well. But the wife is only going to cook if there's stuff in your pantry. And I've been playing, I've had this game for a couple months now, and I got stuff in the pantry. Do I have the right stuff? I don't know. Hopefully she's not trying to cook my chainsaw or my extra fishing poles that I have. But I do have enough pumpkins, zucchini, milk, eggs, tomatoes, canned foods as well, and a few fish. So I'm keeping the beer for myself. So anyways, let's go back upstairs, or at least outside I should say. We need to hop in my tractor. And yes, that's my wife's tractor over there. It's purple because that's her color. But yet she doesn't know how to use it. So up until today, basically the wife did absolutely nothing but feed the chickens, which she actually doesn't feed the chickens because the chickens already got food in there. She would pull weeds from the yard, but it doesn't actually count as mowing the yard. And I've seen her broom the yard, which is, you know, always very useful to broom dirt outside. So. Anyways, let's back this up because I don't know if I got seed in here or not at this point. I do have some maize in the seeder, so let's fill it up. And we just, we're going to have to buy some maize at some point, but this is the last field I plan on doing the maize for a while. And let's head up to the field that I need to plant some seeds in. Now, like I said, I've had this game since December, and been playing almost every day for maybe an hour at best. And I'm up to 15 fields, I believe, and I have all the new equipment except for the baler, because I tested the new baler, and as last I tested it when it came out last week, there was no improvements from the old baler to the new baler, other than the size of the baler, and of course it looks much better because it's a newer baler. But I had a field to do, and I got the same amount of bales from the old and the new. So, have to see if they change that or keep it the same. Now, is this the field I haven't done yet? And there's that lovely scaffolding thing that's still going. Nope, this is this field that needs to be seeded, so I'm going to get started on that. So I was thinking that when I woke up this morning that those two maize fields I got to do down there would be ready to harvest, but they're not, so maybe I'll have time today to do some work for other people and build up some more social points. Because I think I'm at 470,000 social, something like that, 460, and almost a £500,000 pounds. I think we're doing pounds, no, euros. Euros, okay. So this is a 2-hectare field. So it's probably going to take me maybe about 20 minutes to seed it, and I'm probably not going to force you to sit here and watch me just do some reverse NASCAR laps here, but get you a little dizzy. But this seeder should be able to seed this entire field without having to go back and refill. And yes, I know my equipment is dirty, but you know, why wash it before you head out? And there's the train somewhere. There it goes. But right now, I would like to test to see if they fixed how to wash equipment, because right now the only things I could wash are the tractors and any vehicle you can drive into the garage itself. If you had an implement on, they said that you should be able to wash as long as it's hooked to the tractor, but it does not wash. So the only way I know how to wash implements is to wait for a day that it rains and get in the tractor and hook up the implement to the tractor, and the rain will nicely wash your implements for you. So if you didn't know that, there's a little trick for you. So there's one lap of maybe about 30. We'll come back and get some of these corners that I do miss, because I just keep doing circles, and every once in a while you don't quite get the complete circle, and I go back afterwards and do some touch-ups. Matter of fact, is there any rain in the forecast? No, it hasn't rained for me. Maybe in a couple weeks here or so. That's why a lot of my implements are extremely dirty, because right now there's no way to wash them. So anyways, instead of, like I said, having you sit here and watch me do circles for 20 or 30 minutes, I'll bring you back when we're just about done here. See you soon. Alright, we're just finishing up this field now. I got this one little patch here, and then I got to touch up my corners. And this field will be ready for fertilizing. Which, since we don't have the maize fields to do today, that we may have to do that today, so we don't backlog ourselves on what we need to get done in upcoming days. One little piece there. Let's see, I think I got all the pieces in this corner. I didn't miss any in there. That curve turned out good. Let's see, we're at 98.68% of the field seeded, which is pretty good. I'd be happy with that, but I know there's some bare spots way over here. This corner's always been hard for me to cover when I make the turns. And you can see all the bare spots in this corner. Just a little bit more touch up. Can we get to 99%? Ooh, 99%. Sweet. I just realized I need to put some fuel in this tractor down to 15%. But we are done with the seeder. So I believe I got 3 fields in this area to fertilize. And we need to get that done before the first growth stage because there is crop destruction. And that field here is mine, that's grass. And right now planting grass means absolutely nothing. And I'm going to go into a ditch. Oh, okay, there you go. But right now the baler only does straw, not grass. So yeah, you can plant grass, you can cut grass, and that be all. You can't pick it up or bale it or nothing at this point. Hopefully they'll have a patch for that soon. The devs are pretty busy. Almost every week well, I should say every week they do have an update and hot fixes, so this game has come a long way since December, early December. Yep, there's the old fertilizer. I feel like I need a tetanus shot just from just looking at it, so I've never used that, don't believe. Alright, we need to empty the seeder. Now this is one thing that's different. You haven't played Farmer's Dynasty yet. It's not like Farm Simulator where you just load up a seed, then you choose what seeds you want to use. You actually have to go to the store and buy each individual seed and then fill up the seeder for that particular seed. You just can't change from one field to another. You have to come back, empty it, and reload with what you want to plant. Alright, let me go park. Actually, before I park it, let me see if they fix... They didn't say they fixed that in the update about washing the vehicles. Let me just hug up to the barn. You're supposed to open up the door and actually go in. Okay, let's refuel before I forget refueling. Did refuel, yep, 99%. That's good. Let's see if I wash the vehicle. Yeah, see, it still just washes the vehicle and not the seeder. I'm not even sure, and that lovely scaffolding keeps coming out. Can the seeder actually fit in here? Open. Open. And I opened up the wrong doors. Come on, close. Close. Can you get in here with the cedar? I think not. But let's see if I do it that far. Yep, still didn't wash it, so. Doesn't bug me too much you can't wash it, but while we're back at the farm, where is she? She's in the kitchen. She's in the kitchen. Thank God, because for a year and a half I've been living on eggs. At least it's easy to count, 10 held per egg, so, even I can do that math. I'm just curious, does she put things in the she's supposed to put things in the pantry when it's cooked, or is it going to be by the end of the day? And oh, look at this. Wow. 100% for pizza. Wow, they're all, well, the hamburger's only 90%, but I mean, if you're down to 0 and you need 100%, I've never been down below 20, so I don't know how low you can go on food. But that's great that she's cooking. The other thing that I want to see is at this point, has she collected the eggs and milk, or is that like an end of a day thing? Let's not disturb her. She may get scared and not do anything. Let's go see. She milked the cows because I don't have the symbol to milk them. Not that I mind milking the cows, but when you first start off, you're going to milk the cows every day because you're like, oh yeah, you know, you need the food, you need the money. After you get to a certain point, like where I'm at now, where, you know, money's not really too hard to get. When you have 15 fields and you harvest winter canola. Was this here before? I remember the tank being here, but I don't remember the handles. Can't do nothing with them. I wonder if they're going to add like a automatic milk. Well, I guess the wife is doing it now, so that's kind of automatic. So, and I'm going to assume she collected the eggs as well. She did. So you don't have to tell her to do it. Last week when they made getting married or whatever easier, it said in the patch notes that you actually have to ask them to collect it, but it wasn't implemented last week. So now they made the updates. But she always looks disgusted at me. We've only been married a week. I even got you a tractor. I went and bought you a tractor. Yeah, I know it's the smaller one, not the bigger one, but you said you never used one before, so you got to get used to that one before you can use a bigger one like that. Did you just give me the finger? Oh, you're just waving. All right, that's fine. Whoa, stand back some.
Hi, honey.
Yeah, she sounds all sweet, but she looked kind of peeved. Let's see if there's something she needs, which I know she doesn't.
Is there something you need, darling?
No, not at the moment.
I like this. I'm married to her. I'm just going to say good luck. See you around.
See you around.
Fantastic. Now, I will say I've been reading the discussion forums almost every day, trying to get hints and tips and see if people have secrets, because this is early access game, of course. And a lot of people are complaining about how ugly these women are. And I have to admit to it, they kind of are. But I found this one, and I was like, you know what? You're pretty good. And from day one, I was kind of like, you know, you have to go down every day. And before they made the update, oh my God. It took her a long time to get to the heart. And she had the heart when I had like maybe 75,000 euros and maybe 300,000 social points. And I even had roughly almost like this. I had maybe like, I had 550,000 because I went and bought some more. Well, I went and bought her the tractor for one. So that got me back below half a million. And she had the heart for that long and never had the marriage symbol or to ask to marry her until the update last week. And it was like, I just went down to say, oh, let's see how it goes. And it was like, hey, will you marry me? And she was like, yes. And boom, there's a wedding. And there she is. At least now she's helpful on the farm. I don't have to collect eggs every day. I don't have to do the milk every day. That'll be done automatic. And she's supposed to put it in the pantry. And you can gather stuff and put it in the pantry. And that's where you should put it. You can't have like stuff in your inventory and she'll cook it. It has to be, she has to get the materials from the pantry. She cooks it. And then she puts it back in the pantry for you. Which I'm glad because I'm tired of eggs. Alright, let's go put the cedar away. And this is where I park. And no, whoops, always, there we go. And no, I did not buy 5 sheet metal racks. Uh, if you had the game, you know, you get one to start with. And I guess through patches and updates, like, they just like multiplying. And they don't have no way to sell stuff in the game yet. I'm hoping that they do at some point, because I would sell the other extra ones. Because, yeah, I don't need them, obviously. Just like this old cedar. Or not, excuse me, not cedar, that's fertilizer. But, yeah, let's go up and get this fertilizer. So we can go fertilize the 3 fields that we need to. Now at the moment I don't have any manure to spread, or liquid slurry as I would like to call it. That's what it's like from the cat. Disappearing pigs. Yeah, if you haven't hit an animal yet with a tractor, they just disappear. But I've used all the liquid manure or slurry on all the other fields, and right now my cows haven't made enough to really bother filling up the tanker and taking it to a field. But when I go do my last 2 fields, I will use whatever I have. And I just realized that little fertilizer is going to be the way. Let me move back, and I'll bring it back as soon as I'm ready to continue. Alright, now that that fertilizer's moved, it's easier for me to back in and fill this puppy up. Just like that. Alright, I should have enough fertilizer to do these 3 fields. I brought the old fertilizer up to Oliver's farm. I've been using his barn for all my old equipment that you pretty much get from when you start the game. I mean, Oliver's supposed to be one of my best friends, right? So I told him he can use this stuff if he wants to. Even though I've never seen these guys doing work in their own fields, but that update should be coming soon. I know they said the 7th week of the year that they would have that. But, yeah, we're at that point now, so maybe next week. We'll see. The devs have, like I said, have been putting out updates almost every week, and hot fixes in between, so. And they've been pretty good about that. I know if you read the discussion forums on the store page on Steam, you'll see a lot of people complaining about the game's unplayable because of the frame rates and all that, so I haven't really had that problem myself yet to say. Even playing for as many hours as I have on this game, I haven't had many game crashes either. He pauses as he waits for the game to crash right in front of your eyes. Alright, so let's seed, fertilize this field here. This has also been planted with maize or corn, whatever you like to call it, but in the game they call it maize, so I'll stick with that as well. In this field before was soy. I try not to plant the same thing in the field as previously was planted. But if you're at the beginning of the game, you basically want to do canola. Canola seems to be the way to go. Now you may look at the store page or the price selling page and see that, well, canola is not the highest paid per 1,000. But you don't. When you plant a field with soy and peas, you don't get as much crop as you do when you do canola. So even the price is like $100, or excuse me, 100 euros lower, you'll still make more per field with canola. At least that's what I've found. Especially winter canola. Like I said, right now I got more money than I know what to do with, other than buy more fields. But really, with 15 fields, That keeps you busy for a long time when they're ready to harvest and you got to plow and then cultivate, seed and fertilize. Because also I'm trying to do work for other people. I want to get that achievement for 1,000,000 social points. Did I not turn off that fertilizer? Thank you. Don't want to waste it. Alright. Now let's go up and do the field we just seeded this morning. And it is already 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So even just by seeding and doing a couple things around the house, it's already 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now the game is coming back out on Steam this past week and you just got the game. As for all the new implements, they're all really good compared to the older stuff. The only thing, like I said, that I didn't see no improvement in was a baler, other than being, of course, looking a lot better than the older baler. There was no more production of bales per field. So basically what I did was I had 2 fields of barley. And just after I got done harvesting, I saved the game, went and got the old baler, baled both fields, counted the amount of bales I had, reloaded the game, and baled again with a new baler, and I had the same amount of bales. So I don't know if anyone else has done that test, and their outcome was different, but that's what it worked for me. And that was a couple weeks ago, I believe, when they came out with the smaller tractor, the baler, the new baler. There was a third thing, I think, but I can't remember what it is at this point. Alright, how are we doing on fertilizer? Oh, we're down to 11%, so we may not be able to finish this field. We'll have to go refill, which is okay, because I do have another field to do after this, which is bigger than this one. So hopefully, if I refill one more time, I can complete this. Well, I'll easily complete this field. And we'll get most of the other field done as well. And it's empty. Alright, I'm going to go refill, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I finished fertilizing those fields off camera. No sense of you guys watching me, do multiple fields. You saw how fertilizing went. And I checked the map for jobs, and I did a couple of them already, and I didn't show those because at this point, well, you're about to see what, if you've had the game for a while, we go through. I'll talk to
Hello
her
there.
here.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, is there something I can help you with?
Is there something I can help you with?
A building on my farm needs some care. What do you think?
300 euros. Oh, 200. Cheapy.
Sounds good. I'll take care of this.
So when you first get the game, as you probably realize, you go around, they ask you to fix something, and you actually have to go and fix something. But after you fix most of them, and now like the ones I'm doing here for one of the city jobs, basically you just have to walk up to the building and there's nothing to fix, and you go back and collect your money and social points. So I'm sure the devs will fix this well, not fix it, but get to at some point to where you have to fix these buildings and maybe upgrade them or something. Maybe they'll even get to the point of...
Thank you. Here's something for you.
Yeah, well, thank you. Here's something for you, too. So I'm hoping that, like I was saying, that they come up with where you can either upgrade the buildings by having to buy materials from the materials building. You have to bring your van up and, upgrade it. Or even after you upgrade it, maybe they'll, one of the NPCs will ask you to, well, I don't like the metal roof. I like to have the shingles roof or the slate roof. and you have to change it for them and get paid that way, rather than just walk up to a building and stare at it for a couple seconds till it switches and tells you to go back to one of the NPCs and say, hey, here you go for doing nothing. Which is great and all. I mean, you know, who wouldn't want to work and do nothing and get paid for it, you know? So, anyways, do I have any more jobs available? I just, like I said, that was the third building I did. I don't want to plow any fields because, well, at least not in today's, because it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening. And now the cooking being done by the wifey. In the patch notes, I saw something where, yeah, mushroom. You know, you got to have mushrooms for her to make pizza. And I saw, as we saw, there was a pizza in my pantries. I didn't have mushrooms in there. And strawberries. I don't know, strawberry shortcake maybe. So I want to collect some strawberries to see what she does with those. I would assume strawberries and milk could be sort of a. Well, who knows what she'll make, so. So I'm going to teleport. Another thing I did for a little tip for you is I get like a lot of job offers up here. So what I did was, since there's no bus station here, you didn't have to walk all the way. I took the old Jack Bear and I parked it right here because I get a lot of. Well, I'll bring it right to where the Jack Bear is, and I'll show you why I get a lot of jobs there. Hello. Come on. Yeah, and then the old plow. So, and as we go right through these sunflowers, you can see it. There's a, especially in the morning, there's like 5 or 6 people staying here, and basically from these, most of the time I get fix the barn that's over there. I collect my $300 and 600 social points and run. So there's a little, you know, not like you probably can figure out for yourself, but if there's no bus stop somewhere and you want to get to an exact point, you know, you could probably use your old harvester, because I don't use my old harvester for anything either. You could park that somewhere that you want to fast travel to a lot if there's no bus station nearby. I mean, yeah, these are nearby. They're not that far, but heck, I'm lazy. So yeah, I parked the Jack Bear right here and pop right there. And down here's my pickup truck because my wife lived right here. And there's also, you know, you got a lot of NPCs here and here. And I just clicked on my truck. So we're here anyways. But my wife kind of lived in that house over there. So if you are curious about where Allison spawned, which sounds weird to say, but yeah, she came from down here. And when the game first came out, I did drive around to all the farms, just scouting out the women, and I'm like, yeah. Of course, back in December, a lot of them didn't have hair. As if you play the game, you see like a lot of people don't have hair. The hair is not quite on all the time, or their hair color changes. And Allison, oddly enough, her hair color never changed. The way she looked in today's video is the way she's always looked for me. So that's why I parked my pickup truck down here, because every day when the morning starts, I collect eggs, collect milk, come down, give her compliments, and then go do work, and then, you know, repeat every day. And I was thinking, okay, I know this in marrying is hard to do, and I've let's see, a year and a half. Where are we at now? We're in June. I'm in my second June, so that's almost. Of course, you start in August, so when it comes August, it'll be 2 full years. So about a year and a half, I've been coming down giving compliments. But last week's update made it so you know. To me, it was easy, but I don't know how easy it is from starting from scratch now. I've been thinking about starting a new game just to see how easy it is to actually get to the marriage point. I don't know if they made it too easy or not. But right now we're going to teleport back to the van. And yes, it's pink. And I got all the materials on it, which I don't care about. But right now what I'm trying to do is I want to find some more mushrooms and strawberries. And I didn't bother picking them before because, I mean, mushrooms only give you 10 health, strawberries 8. I'm like, I already get 10 from the eggs, so there was no use to collecting them. Because I got enough from eggs, and there's one of my maize fields that we're going to harvest soon. Along with this maize field over here, which I reported to the devs, because if you look where I am, which is right here, I mean, when you mouse over it, it showed, you know, it tells you the field information, but on the graphics part of the map, it doesn't show it. I reported that to them, and I know that's such a small thing, but they'll get to it eventually. But as for mushrooms and strawberries, and I'm going to get this van stuck because it's not good at climbing and doing what I'm getting ready to do here. So I basically got to go where you see wildlife, and that's where we expect to see mushrooms and strawberries. And there's usually wildlife up here somewhere, so I just see one of the farmers run up through here, so he probably scared them all. So if you pick strawberries and mushrooms in a certain area, they won't respawn again for another 24 days, I believe it said. And if you hold down your right mouse button, if you're playing on PC, it should glow green for you if you can't find it. But right now I'm not finding nothing. Alright, what time is it? It's getting to be 6:30 in the evening, so let's go see if I can find some wildlife and some mushrooms, and I'll bring it back when I do. I almost forgot. There's wildlife not far from John's store, which is right next to our house. Alright, get out of here, guys. I gotta find some mushrooms and some strawberries. And see right through there? I can see something glowing green. There it is. So here's a mushroom. That's what they look like. And strawberries. Oh, a whole bunch of them. I was ready to say, is that it? Come on. Don't make me get my chainsaw and cut this tree down. Alright. Chainsaw it is. Oop. Wow. Okay. We got it. There's John. Hi, John. A lot of mushrooms. But I really am looking for strawberries. Because I know she'll make pizza from the mushrooms. But I'm hoping for more strawberries. And now after I started thinking about it, I started picturing in my head where all these animals hang around. And I do remember they do hang around these two fields that you're given from the start. So I'm going to head up there and see if there's strawberries there. Oh, I see a mushroom. See a couple of them actually. Boy, somebody give me a strawberry patch. Since we're in the van right here, these 3 fields down here are ours as well. I don't remember what I planted. Let's sneak in here. What did I plant? Pea. I see a mushroom here as well. Come on. 12 mushrooms, 2 strawberries. Doing well for strawberries. Okay, I drove around this for a little bit. I wasn't finding no wildlife, and I just probably realized something, but I never took notice to it before. Nope, those animals are out at dark. But I went around and I ended up with 13 mushrooms, 3 strawberries. So hopefully that's enough for her to cook something with the strawberries. Maybe I think I had a strawberry in the pantry, so maybe she did something with that one. So I'll check the pantry in a minute. And I always probably like to park my van next to this bus stop, because if I ever somewhere on the map, let's get that off there. So if I ever find myself somewhere not even near a bus stop or a vehicle, and it's like, ew, but I need to get back to like this bus stop. If I left my car at this bus stop and went somewhere, and I need to get back to that car, what I do is I just teleport back to my van, which is at a bus stop, and I go right from the bus stop and teleport to whatever bus stop I need to. So that's why I park it there. But as you can see, it's getting to be 8:30 in the evening. I'm getting rather sleepy or tired. Food? Well, I'm not going to worry about the food too much anymore, because hopefully today's the last day I have to eat eggs. Right now, let's light the fire. And what do you need after a long, hard days of work on the farm by the fire? You need a beer, but too bad it's probably non-alcoholic. But we'll drink it anyways. And now we're full. Yep, there's my dirty harvester, because you can't get the harvester near the barn to refuel or wash at this point. So that's why it looks filthy. So I'm thinking, with the weather, it's been sunny, 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 sunny. Those two maize fields should be ready for harvest within a day or two. I would think tomorrow at this point. The way my rotation goes on my fields, I thought they would have been ready today, but I'm not sure if this game has different lengths of time it takes for certain crops to grow. Like, does it take corn a little bit longer to grow to harvest than like canola or peas or soy or lupine? Don't know. Even though my neighbors are not fishing right now, because they're probably, usually it seems like at the 8 o'clock hour at night, they all head for bed. Oh yeah, the one thing they haven't implemented yet that I know of is giving gifts. I saved all these gifts from finding the treasure chest. I got all the gifts from doing the treasure chest, and I have yet to have to give a gift to anyone yet. I haven't had the option to. So like I said, here's the slurry, liquid slurry as I like to call it. I think they just call it manure. And I only got 2,100 kilograms, which is not much. I think that holds 18, these tanks hold 18,000. And I bought both of them because you go 2 months in between harvests, so, and at the rate these fill up, I should be able to easily fill up this tank, probably fill up the other tank, and I should have some extra left in here when I start harvesting. Let's see, it's June, so when I start harvesting again in August, hopefully I'll have 2 full tanks and some in here. But now since the evening is coming to a close, I know this is the first day on the update, so she did collect the eggs. I didn't have to tell her to, and the milk. She's probably already in bed sleeping. Yep. I'm just curious here. Use your kitchen. So I can make applesauce, zucchini, tomato, pumpkin, tomato sauce, and fish, and I can make condensed milk, which I guess they call stage 2. I forgot how they do it, or second level cooking or second tier cooking. Your wife does 3-tier cooking. She didn't clean her dishes though. But then again, who's to blame her because I never bought her a dishwasher. But let's go down to the pantry. Two reasons. I got to put the stuff I gathered in the pantry or else she won't be able to use materials. And let's see what she made. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So she made 3 pizzas, 3 baked fish, and 4 hamburgers. And I'm kind of curious where she's getting the hamburger from because we still have 9 cows. But there's a strawberry. So I don't know how many strawberries she needs to make something. So maybe she needs like, 3 strawberries to make whatever she does with it. So we'll give her those. I'm going to keep the milk and eggs for now. I mean, she's got enough here. She's got over 2,000 of each, so it's not like she's running out of those anytime soon. I wonder if... do I want to put a beer in here to see if she takes it? So I'm just going to put one in there. I wonder if she can make beer. I guess if I harvest... Well, no, I can't put barley in my pocket and bring it out of the pantry, so I don't know. Whatever, okay. Let's get out of the pantry here. But it's nice to have where she's going to be making meals. So, I'm just tired of eggs. I actually stopped eating eggs in real life because I'm eating eggs here all the time. So it's going to be 9 o'clock. Not much else to do. So we'll come into the bedroom and, yeah, my wife does sleep funny. Although she's not sleeping. She never sleeps. Her eyes are always open. Yeah, now she's turning her head trying to act like, maybe if I turn my head he won't see me. Okay, so that's going to be it for today, guys. Appreciate you watching A Day on the Farm. If you'd like to see more videos like this, do hit that like button and let me know. And if you have any questions about Farmers Dynasty, leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you with a good answer or decent answer as best as I know it. But until next time, have a good one.